Welcome to Shalom Achshav on the Daf. She responds to Lo Nishpa Asar Mi'akav Shalom Le'Abbas Yitzchok. We're holding in Shavuos Daf Lamed Vov. The Gemara in Amud Aleph, towards the middle of the Amud, the Gemara brings that the word Amen has three meanings. Amen boy Shavuos, boy Kabbalas Dvarim, boy Ha'amonas Dvarim. So Rashi explains that boy Shavuos means someone who answers Amen in a Shavuos is as if he's saying a Shavuos. Kabbalas Dvarim is someone who's accepting a condition that was done on some transaction. Amen ha'amonas dvarim is to say Amen al dvar tefilo v'tchino. Shu loshoin ma'amen advarim she'rotzot she'hem esken. So Rashi says, when you say Amen on a davening, you say, I'm accepting it and I want it to happen. Yerotzot, and that's what's going to be the emes. Now the point over here, one of the Mefarshim in the Ein Yaakov, he says that all three things that we mentioned regarding Amen Ushuo, Amen Kabbalas Dvarim, and Ha'amonas Dvarim, all that applies to the brachas as well. That you're accepting Vishuo, you're accepting what it says, and you're believing what it says. And even though from Rashi it's mash only the third thing belongs to a bracha, he says all three apply to it. And he says that's the pshat in the Gemara in Shabbos that says Amen Vishuo ben Levi. Rashi explains there what's called koyach kavanosoi. You have to have the right kavanah in Amen. So he says he's going to have all the kavanahs you're supposed to have in Amen. But the Boine doesn't explain exactly how these three things apply to every bracha. In the Shulchan Aruch, in Orach Chaim Siman Kuv Chof Dal Tzei Vov, it says v'chavanah sheyichaven beliboy. What's the kavanah? It's true, and I believe in it. Says the Magen Avraham, that's only Berachos Ha'idah, like Baruch Shamar, Yishtabach, Goal Yisrael. But when you talk about a tefillah, you also have to have in mind the Yirotza, and this is what's going to be, as Rashi brings in our sugya. And he sends to the Shlo. The Shlo is a Meseches Tomid, Perak Ner Mitzvah, Ois Lamed Ches. The Shlo there says, I wanted to explain two things about Amen. I see that my brother, the Maharil, he explained it very well, so I'm just going to quote what my brother says. And he goes on in Barichus to bring what the brother said. And he says, basically, that when you're talking about any type of shvach and hoidah, or birkas mitzvahs, meaning when a person says a bracha, shekishon b'mitzvah tzivanu al netilas lulav, saying a bracha, thank you Hashem. Hashem, I'm mevarach HaKadosh Baruch Hu for the fact that He gave us the tzivui, the mitzvah of lulav. So then the Amen is emes ve'emuno. This what you said, the shvach is true, and I believe in it. Similarly, when you speak about a shvach, you're meshabech HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you're saying thank you to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Moidim anachnu loch. So again, what is the Amen? Amen is emes, and I believe in it. We're meshabech HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But when you have a bakasha and a tefillah, and we're talking about something that you want, so then you have to have kavanah, emes, that I'm asking for it to happen. And he adds more. Sometimes you have a bracha that you ask for something, and you conclude with a shvach. For example, the first bracha of Bakasha and Shmona Esrei, Choyden Adas. You ask for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hanenu Meitcho, we ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu to give us das. And then we say, Baruch Hu Hashem, Choyden Adas, you're the one who gives das. So the Amen over there is both. You're saying, I believe in the shvach, HaKadosh Baruch Hu's Choyden Adas, and he wrote so that you should really give us das. And he continues and says, if a person will have the kavanah on Amen of a bakasha, he'll say, emes, it's true. So he doesn't know what he's talking about. The Amen has to be, I'm asking for this. And if he's just saying, someone says, well, let's ask for this, and he says, Amen, it's true. So he's missing out the main part of the bracha. And if it's the opposite, if it's a bracha of a shvach, and he comes and says, emes, he wrote, and that's what it should be, it's almost kfira. Because if a person is Meshabech HaKadosh Baruch Hu for something, he says, Amen, it should be like this in the future, Masha doesn't believe that the Shvach HaKadosh Baruch Hu applies right now. And therefore, a person has to be very careful what his kavanah is in Amen. So it comes out, our sugya mentions the emes is Ha'amonas Dvarim. Rashi says the Ha'amonas Dvarim is the Ma'amen Dvarim she'yirotzot she'hem eskach. It's a yirotzot. According to what we just learned, that's what we speak about Bakasha. If you're not speaking about Bakasha, so the kavanah has to be emes, that this shvach is true. Anyone who wants to join the Shalom Achshav email list, so what's the group is email shalomachshav@gmail.com.